Welcome back everyone, bringing it back into the next video, and it is the gym's first birthday. 1 year we've been open, 1 year we've been going strong, and I'm happy to see the future. So bringing it into this video, let's go. So guys, bringing it back into this video, like I said, it is the first birthday of the gym. We've been going a year. As you can see, the gym is behind me. I just want to be talking about basically, you know, where it is, you know, how to set up a gym, I suppose. Kind of talking about how I managed to achieve it when I first left the Marines with pretty much not much. You know, where I am now, what are my future aspects, and, you know, trying to thank the people that are around me, talking a bit of real talk, I suppose, and hopefully giving out some advice to, you know, you guys who watch the channel. If you've been following me for a while, you'd have seen the little previous journey of actually setting this gym up, and yeah, it's been a year. I don't know how it's been a year, but apparently it has. If you haven't seen those already, I'll link it below, but it's basically, I've got a whole series on it, which is opening a gym. That's actually going through the aspects of, you know, tearing it down, building it back up, expanding, you know, adding things to it and stuff like that. So feel free to check out those videos. And don't forget guys, if you do like these style of videos and you like, you know, the way the channel's going, feel free to pop the video a like, obviously support this little video itself, and then to support me and the channel, and obviously anyone who's involved in the channel, feel free to pop it a subscribe button down in the, I think it's this corner, I'm not sure. Getting into the meaning of the video, I suppose the first thing I think, you know, that I'd like to sort of say is a massive, massive, massive thank you. I can't thank the people enough who have supported me with this, whether it be, you know, people who actually stay close to me. So obviously I've got my family, Emma, her family, like I said in my previous video. Those people who have supported me and actually helped build this place up, you know, get it going, you know, they've been there from, say, day one, which haven't give up on me. And I can't thank everyone who's come into the gym enough. Obviously people like my clients, my members, anyone who's just stepped into the gym to say hello, I suppose, anyone who's supported the building up of this gym, and the community that we've built within this gym is brilliant. And I highly advise, obviously, in the business side of things, whether it be a gym or whatever, is that to build the community around you is like a mega important thing. To build up the support from the local people is like the big thing, because they're the people at the end of the day are going to be there to support you and stuff like that. Looking into the future, we have built a little family within this gym, and I do believe that in most businesses that you want to go for, you do want to build a little bit of family and have a little bit of a bond with the people. With that being said, we're taking it into a Tough Mudder this year. In August, we're going for a Tough Mudder as a little group. I think it's going to be 8 to 10 of us so far. I need to get this little list put together. And with that, we're going to be doing a boot camp running into it, which is an 8-week boot camp. So that'll be interesting to watch if you want to follow the little journey. Then we're going to bring it into the Tough Mudder, which I'd quite like to get a GoPro for, so I don't think that'll be a right laugh. Obviously, anyone who's done it, feel free to comment below, because I've never done it before, but it should be an interesting one. But then also, I want to say thank you to everyone, like literally anyone who's tuned into the channel, who's watched my previous videos, you know, who's been commenting, who's been liking, who's been supporting it, who come back to me in body power, you know, literally anything that I've done up till now in regards to YouTube. I can't thank you guys enough, because we're going in the right direction. Subscribers are going up, you know, my opportunities are opening, there's stuff like this. I'm getting all these kind of things coming together, and it's looking brilliant. And I, you know, like I said, that's the first thing I want to put there out there, is a massive thank you. Coming on from there, it's been a year. It's been a year, it's been a crazy year. When I first think back to the first like day of opening, and I was sat in my office, and I was like mega chuffed to be sat in the office that actually isn't there anymore because we tore it out. If you hadn't seen it, like say, go back and check it out. I was sat in my office and it was just like, my God, I've got my own place now. Like, it's crazy. I couldn't believe it. It took me a while to sort of comprehend with it. And still to this day, I can't quite figure out how I've got a gym. It's amazing, really. But I can remember sitting in my office for those first sort of couple of weeks especially, kind of thinking, crap, you know, I hope this works. I was sat there looking out the door, you know, a fucking leaf would blow past, and I'd be like, oh, it's a person coming to have a look. And it wasn't. It was actually a leaf, which was quite disappointing. But I'm a big believer is that you've got to fight through the crap times to get to the good times. And so far, that belief has sort of paid off pretty well. First year in business is always seen as the hardest year, whether it be opening a gym, whether it be bloody, I don't know, becoming a professional window fitter or something like that, because you've got your basis to build up. You've got to build up your client base. Then to jump in here and not just do personal training, but actually opening a gym in a village where there's probably not that many people was quite a ballsy move. And like I said, most people would have thought it would have been nuts for me to do it. I kind of thought I was a little bit nuts to do it, but I'm glad to see that the hard work has paid off. I'm a firm believer that hard work is the biggest biggest thing. You put in the hard work, you will get the results. You know, it may take a bit of time, it may take a while, you might have to go through the shit stuff for a long time, but in the long run, it will pay off. So bit of advice, bit of life advice, I suppose, for anyone out there. If you're currently doing anything now, and it's shit, and you don't feel good, you're skint, you got nothing, but you have that dream to make it happen, don't give up, because if you give up, you'll thoroughly regret it. So fight through it and make sure you get that goal. Where I am now, I'm a lot happier than what I was, you know, my finances are looking okay, I'm in a happier place, happier mindset, you know, hopefully I'm going in the right direction to something good. So people are always sat there sort of questioning, like, you know, at the age of 24, you know, I'm reasonably young. I actually done it obviously at the age of 23, so I was quite a young lad to be opening the gym. Obviously, you look at the gym behind me, you can kind of see elements of it. There's a little bit more on this side as well. And it's not like the size of bloody, you know, a David Lloyd gym or a Pure gym or anything like that. But quite simply, unless you've been given it or you've had the right opportunities, or obviously you've made a massive success of yourself already, at the age of 23, you're not gonna have £1 million to spend on opening a gym. It's just not gonna happen. Yeah, I definitely didn't have £1 million to get open in the gym. So this, what I've got now, has been from scratch. This is something that I've completely, you know, kind of just built up from kind of a basis of nothing. Like I said, I've been supported by family and obviously close people to me. I haven't just been like, right, here's 50 grand to go open a gym or anything like that. It's been the element of, you know, getting what I can and then building on it. I've always been a big believer in that investing to progress. Anyone who knows me or watches the channel will see that I say that quite a lot. Obviously, you've got to accept that you're going to go into debts when you first open something like this. It doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what company you are going to be looking into, you know, hitting some form of debt. But then you're in that sort of mindset of making sure you want to pay it off. Personally, I hate owing money to anyone. So that is like one of my big goals, is to get everything paid off as soon as possible. Starting with something like this, like I said, no matter what kind of business you're looking into, like I said, say a window fitter for example, you're not going to be going in with like the, you know, top of the range best equipment, because you're not going to have the money for it. But then you live in that little mindset thinking, actually, in years down the line, that's a goal to aim for. That's what you're going to do. You're going to be the best window fitter in the Southwest or something like that. So when I think back to when I first left the Marines, that was obviously a big ballsy move for me. I was on a stable wage there. I then thought, actually, no, I don't want to be in there. Visioned that there was better things that I could be doing with my life. I come out into personal training, and that was going okay. Bloody hard work, you know. There was times that I was getting up at, say, 4 in the morning to go drive 20 minutes to go do one personal training session, then drive back. Got to kind of take what you can get. And around that point, not gonna lie, when I first left the Marines, I had my savings that I saved up when I was in there, and I blew it all. Spent about a month or two, yeah, probably about a month or so, literally going out 3 or 4 times a week, getting absolutely nutted. It doesn't take long to spend, you know, a good, say, 2 grand when you're doing that. I'm not gonna lie, it fucked me pretty bad actually. I kind of regret at a time, but then I don't, because for me it was a bit of a learning curve to actually say, no, that's not what I want. There's more to my life than doing that. I want to be able to make the most of, you know, my opportunities that I'm given. I want to be able to actually, you know, excel in life and actually do well for myself. So that left me in a situation where, you know, I didn't have any money, to be totally honest. I had enough each month to get by, but I didn't have anything to start from. So then I went obviously through with different situations, different things going on in my life. Then, like I said, I met Emma, and Emma, to be fair, absolute godsend to me. You know, I don't care how cheesy it sounds or anything like that. You know, I respect that girl to the high moon. She's done an absolute world of wonders for me. She's got me on, say, the straight and narrow, got me sort of actually focusing on certain things. She actually makes me want to push more. You know, I'm a very ambitious bloke when it comes to different things, and most people don't like that. Your mind is constantly on overdrive. Anyone watching this video who's the same, your mind is literally 24/7 thinking of things, and it can get very annoying. You know, and then she helped getting this kind of underway. Her dad, you know, he's into construction. He basically does decorating. He's like the ultimate handyman, to be totally honest. And anyone who watches the videos, you'll see him in the background, you know, repping. He was like wearing the bulk powders vest the other day and all sorts. Without Mark, to be totally honest, this wouldn't be here. So I can't thank him enough. Then this leaves me thinking, you know, where am I going to be in the future? What's my next target? Obviously, I've got goals down for what I want to do, and I've just got to try and make them happen. I'm not going to be silly, and I'm not going to start chucking them all out there, you know what I mean? I'm going to keep them to myself. I know what it is that I want to aim for. I've just got to make it happen. It is like a walk the walk, talk the talk kind of thing. Don't say about it, you know, do it, then you can talk about it. Once you've done it, then you can say, yeah, actually, fucking hell, I done it. You don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm gonna do that. Let everyone know, tell the world, chuck it absolutely everywhere, and then nothing comes of it, because it doesn't look very good. I would say get your goals down on paper. If you haven't seen your my little goal setting video, which I've done before, it's a few videos back, that'll basically just help lay out the goals that you want to target. Things like this don't happen just by, you know, riding it out. You have to put the hours in, and there's a lot of sacrifice when it comes to that. Talking of sacrifice, friends-wise, I'll say I literally have a very small number of friends, but that's mainly due to obviously having so much focus in this place. I put so much drive into here, I put so much time and effort into getting this place underway, but that is the sacrifices you've got to take. If you're not willing to take those sacrifices, it's then going to be a struggle to obviously get fully into the game and make sure that it works. So without rambling on too much, guys, just want to round up the little video there. Like I said, it's a lot of talking, there's a lot that I can squeeze in there, but to sort of conclude it up as a whole, point number one, it's been bloody hard work, but it's been a great ride. Work hard, play hard. I literally say that so many times, but it's so damn true. Put in the effort and then reap the benefits when you get there as well. Number two, I'd say make sure you make a plan. Get something in place, get your head focused. Write down what it is that you want to get and don't give in until you get there. Too many people will drop at the first hurdle, but that's the time that you have to sort of grip it and think, no, I'm gonna make it fucking work. I'm gonna give it absolutely everything and make it work. Push through the hard times, get to the good times, and it's all good. And basically, just to help celebrate this little birthday shenanigan, I have got a little workout plan up on the board, which I think I'm gonna give a go. Called it the Happy Birthday 365 days equals 365 reps. So basically, if you can read it, 365 reps as a whole, 30 jump squats, 30 jump jacks, 12 burpees. I've got 1 lap of the building, which say averages out towards about 400 meters. So you could do 400 meters on the treadmill 5 times. That totals technically to 365 reps. Obviously, it's 365 days in a year, which works out quite well for the 1-year anniversary of the gym. So without any further ado, I am going to be getting into my leg session today. Like I said, my neck. Anyone who's obviously interested in seeing the previous video from me, I done my neck in. My neck is feeling a little bit better. Like I said, the massage therapy was brilliant. I think it's worked awesomely. And a quick point I'd like to chuck out there is that someone said about that, basically saying like, hey man, like realistically, you should be, for someone of your size, you should be going to a bloke for massages. I see where, you know, I see where his thoughts could be coming from, and I think a lot of people will worry about this. So I think it's a good point to get across quickly. It doesn't have to be a bloke. I mean, a lot of people get caught up on that kind of thing, but the woman that I went with, absolutely awesome. She's worked with bodybuilders before. That's who she done a lot of her training with and stuff like that. She's done a lot of work with bodybuilders. She's done a bloody great job on me. So if you're hesitant of that, don't think twice, it doesn't really matter too much. Obviously, go to who you believe is going to give you the best service. So getting my Elevate pre-workout in now, Elevate 0, and I'm going to be hitting up my leg day. Like I said, being careful of the net. This week's been very, very light, sort of controlled movements, you know, engaging the muscle, stretching out, taking it steady, and then I'm going to bring it back in, obviously in the next, say, week or two, coming back into strength training. I've got my Q&A to come with Emma. We've got Emma wanting to get a few in there about workouts as well, and it's trying to squeeze it into the videos, which is fun. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys in the near future coming into the next video. Enjoy it. Happy birthday to suigenerispt Gym. Let's go.